draft Bereaved Partners Paternity Leave Regulations 2026.
Is it the wish of the committee that the instruments be debated together? I will now call the Minister to move the first motion and speak to all of the instruments. At the end of the debate, I will put the question on the first motion and then ask the Minister to move the remaining motions formally. Minister.
Thank you, Sir Desmond. It is a pleasure to serve under your chairship today. I beg to move that the Bereaved Partners Paternity Leave Regulations 2026, the Employment Rights Act 1996, Regulations 2026 and the Employment Rights Act 1996, which were laid before this House on the 13th of January, be approved. Firstly, I would like to express my appreciation to my honourable friend, the member for Bridgend, and Darren Henry, the previous member for Broxtowe, who were both instrumental in bringing forward this new entitlement. I would also like to pay special tribute to Dr. Aaron Horsey, who joins us in the gallery today, who has campaigned tirelessly on behalf of bereaved fathers after the tragic loss of his wife, Bernadette, shortly after the birth of their son, Tim. The Paternity Leave Bereavement Act 2024 established a new statutory entitlement to bereaved partners' paternity leave of up to 52 weeks for employed fathers and partners if the mother or primary adopter dies in the first year of a child's life or adoption. The Bereaved Partners Paternity Leave Regulations 2026 outline the details of the entitlement. The further two sets of regulations ensure that those having a baby through international adoption or a surrogacy arrangement are in scope for leave. Currently, fathers and partners in this tragic circumstance who do not qualify for paternity leave or shared parental leave must rely on the compassion of their employers to take adequate time off work to care for their child. Thankfully, the number of people who find themselves in this situation is low, but of course every death and story is devastating. We anticipate this entitlement will help around 90 bereaved partners per year. Bereaved partners' paternity leave is a day one right, meaning that there is no continuity of service requirement. Bereaved fathers and partners will be able to start taking leave from the day after the mother or primary adopter's death. The leave must end on their child's first birthday or the first anniversary of the adoption, unless it is necessary to go beyond this date to ensure that an employee is entitled to at least 2 weeks of leave. To be eligible, the bereaved partner must be an employee. They must be the child's father or the mother or adopter's spouse, civil partner or partner at the time of the mother or adopter's death, and they must have the main responsibility for the child's upbringing and be taking leave for the purpose of caring for the child. Together, these regulations ensure that employees who lose their partner in the time surrounding childbirth or adoption will have access to a guaranteed period of leave to care for a new child. To start the leave in the first 8 weeks after the partner's death, a bereaved partner can give notice informally any time before they are due to start work on their first day of absence. This could be a text message or phone call to their employer. To take more than 8 weeks after their partner died, an employee must give 1 week's notice in writing. The government has assessed the impact of bereaved partners' paternity leave on businesses and found it to be minimal and estimate an annual cost of approximately £0.9 million to businesses, mainly from reorganising work during employee absence. So today I'm very proud to commend these regulations to the House, and I thank everyone who's been involved in campaigning on this for a number of years, working closely with us and the department to shape this legislation. Thank you.
The question is that the committee has considered the draft Bereaved Partners Paternity Leave Regulations 2026. Gareth Davis.
Well, thank you very much, Sir Desmond. It's a great pleasure to be here in this committee on behalf of His Majesty's official opposition. These regulations before us today continue vital work, important work that have occurred, as the Minister quite rightly said, under both Conservative and Labour governments. And it's work that I'm pleased attracts, but not surprised, genuine cross-party support. For a baby to lose their mother or primary caregiver is a tragedy for that child, for the father and the wider family. We should, wherever possible in this place, and where it is practical to do so, support those families with their grief and as they continue to care for their child. It is with these families in mind that I can of course confirm that the official opposition will be supporting the regulations in front of us today. There is just one question that has emerged as I've engaged with businesses, and I appreciate just a simple bit of clarification on their behalf. I understand that and welcome that the guidance will be provided for businesses, and she's acknowledged the £0.9 million impact on businesses. But the government has made clear that they will be publishing details for business on the website. This is to come in force, of course, in April of this year, just 40 working days away. And I just wondered if she could provide a specific date between now and 40 days' time as to when that guidance would be published on the website, because that is a specific question that has been raised by businesses to me. But let me repeat just our position here, that this is something that we fully support. I join the Minister in praising and thanking the great work of the former MP for Broxtowe, Darren Henry, the great work through the Private Members Bill of the Honourable Member for Bridgend, and the tremendous campaigning efforts of Mr Horsey, who is here to witness this today. I thank the Minister for presenting the regulations, and we're pleased to support them.
The question is that the committee has considered the draft Bereavement Parents Paternity Leave Regulations 2026. As many are of that opinion, say aye. Aye. Of the contrary, no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. Order, order.
Sorry, no, that's me. The Draft Employment Rights Act 1996, application of Section 80B to adoptions from overseas, Amendment Regulations 2026.
Minister to move formally.
Formally.
The question is that the committee has considered the Draft Employment Rights Act 1996, application of Section 80B to adoptions from overseas, Amendment Regulations 2026. As many of that opinion say aye. Aye. Of the contrary, no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it.
The Draft Employment Rights Act 1996, application of Section 80B to parental order cases, Amendment Regulations 2026.
Minister to move formally.
Formally.
The question is that the committee has considered the Draft Employment Rights Act 1996, application of Section 80B to parental order cases, Amendment Regulations 2026. As many are of that opinion, say aye. Aye. Of the contrary, no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. Order, order.